Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to season 3 of the show that nobody cares about but us. We're still here for some reason. Nobody has yet kicked us off the air, mainly because nobody knows we're on it. It's Supercast Brothers. Hey, yeah, 3 seasons in. I honestly don't understand why we're still doing this. Jonno, what's going on? How did you convince me to keep doing this show?
It was easy. All I had to do was offer one more salami sandwich.
Ah, yes, yes. It was a very good salami sandwich too. I even named it Courtney.
Very nice with mustard and everything, right?
Well, I don't like mustard, but
Okay.
Anywho, obviously, I'm Zantok, otherwise known as Lister. We got Jonno, otherwise known as John, and a returning guest. How is it going there?
Hey there, it's going pretty well. I'd have to say so far. Lovely day in the neighborhood.
And who are you?
Won't you be my neighbor?
That required me to move several states, and I just don't want to right now.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, that old boy is Trevor, and he's returning for the first time in quite a while since December
season 2,
19th of season 2. Where
yeah.
We had Orbulon, and you both denied me the toilet paper move.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's funny, that we talked about how before, like, oh yeah, we were making jokes about, like, oh yeah, your first character, the first episode we worked on with you, it was about I forgot his name, Porky, yes. And then the second time we brought Orbulon, who also had a thing with pigs. And then we're just like, oh yeah, maybe we'll bring you on for, like, I don't know, Pigma or Embor or, fucking Midbus. And then we decided, or we could do that, but by talking about Star Fox instead, which has Pigma in it. So hey, we're keeping the tradition. You're only here for pig-based episodes. I hope you enjoy your lot in life. You want to change your name from Turbotaxer to Turbo Pig.
Turbo Oink or something. I don't know.
Turbo Wink.
Yeah, it reminds me of Trevor's official Spotify single, Bobway Man by T.
Oh, it was a hit. He made $6.
Yeah. It is the number one best streaming song with the word Bobway in it.
I believe it. I absolutely believe it. So, hey, look at this. We have new visuals. Isn't this a little bit different? We decided we wanted to have more space for graphics, and also get less of the Discord screen out of here. Like, we're still using Discord to record. I'm still got the video caps on here, but it's less of a big blank black area. And thank God, because we really needed to do something about that. And it took some work to get it right. Boy.
On your end, as usual, since you're the one between the two of us that actually does things.
Yeah, it took a little bit of effort.
It looks very good, though. I like the graphical output, too, that we're getting. With the Great Fox today, might be something else tomorrow. Might be Bobway Man album artwork the next day.
We'll change the background out each episode for something appropriate.
Something related, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at us. 3 years into this, 3 seasons into this. Holy cow! Holy cow!
Yeah.
I want to thank Trevor for his emotional support and being our first viewer and our only viewer, and also for being here today.
Well, thank you.
And because his headphones are a very nice color. They're the same color as my pomade, actually.
If Turbo is our only viewer, then who's going to watch this episode?
Me.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I can't stand to watch my own content. I just can't do it. But hey, you want to do that? I ain't going to stop
you. I can watch my own content, but only after I dance.
Is it
only after a dance?
So you have to dance and then you can watch it, or do you have to do the dance while you're making it? Or you have to make it and then dance and then you can watch it?
I can dance on the capture, and then I have to dance while watching the capture, and that's the only portion I can watch.
Okay.
And you can dance if you want to. you can leave your friends behind.
Exactly.
Please leave me behind.
Dance like this tomorrow.
Oh my god, please leave me behind right now.
But we cannot. You are the one who bears the Elder Ring.
Fuck.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
I thought
we're
it was
talking about Star Fox.
Wait, I thought it was called Elden Ring.
I have
Different
no
ring.
idea.
How many rings are there?
How many rings are there out in the world? All up.
9 rings to the world of man. 7 to the dwarves. 3 to the elves. Fucking Christ.
And 15
And
more
10
that
to
we didn't tell you
Shang-Chi.
about before.
15 to the hobbits. Not intentionally. They just kept finding rings in the ground. We don't know where they came from. I didn't put them there. It's just they just start. It's just magic. They just start appearing like hobbits. They just spawn out of the ground. It's like what the fuck. Now there's 17.
Actual Sonic that keeps on using rings, and then every time it gets hit, spilling them all. So now there's just a fuck ton of rings everywhere.
So Sonic, Lord of the Rings crossover confirmed.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already had Sonic as King Arthur, so why the fuck not? I guess.
3D Sonic with Dark
Jesus
Souls
Christ.
gameplay.
There you go.
Ooh. Well, I mean, Spyro is the Dark Souls of platform, according to some dumbass who doesn't know how to play Spyro. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, after the Reignited Trilogy came out, one of the reviews was calling Spyro the Dark Souls of platform. Was like, you sir are a fucking idiot. First of all, Crash Bandicoot is a lot harder than Spyro. Jesus.
Spyro's easy.
Spyro is very easy. Now, 100%ing it is a little bit more difficult, but it's not a hard game at all.
No.
Some
Who
of the
wrote
mini
that,
games.
New York?
That was probably
if you want
IGN.
to 100% it, it's really annoying. But
Mainly
we
specific
were
mini
playing
games.
that
but-
re-release Pyro on the PS4, and to get everything is just a bit ridiculous. But otherwise, to play it,
we did it. It's all recorded. It's on the YouTubes.
Yep. Start gaming. Link in bio. Star Fox, you know that they also they fly through rings in that game too.
They
like
do
boost
fly
your
through
health
in
and
that game.
stamina.
Yeah.
Amazing. And Superman 64, but Star Fox is
Ooh,
Yeah.
I don't know
who did
about
it
that
better,
one.
Superman 64 or Star Fox 64?
Super Mario
both.
64
I mean, there's
recap.
a benefit.
Coin rings,
Yeah.
nah.
At least Superman 64 hasn't been retold 4 times in a row.
Well, not in a row, but in half the games. God, fucking Christ. Before we get too far into Star Fox, though, we decided that with season 3, we're going to start mixing things up just slightly. We're adding a segment to the beginning of each episode. It's going to be a different segment for each different type of episode. So for on topics, we're just going to catch up for a little bit. How's everybody doing? What's been going on in our lives recently? What games are we playing? How's life? Turbo, you're our guest. How's things going with you?
How's things going with me? You know, just got to year 5 of my job, but who needs to hear about that? Well, I got another surgery coming up soon because my other one that I had previously didn't work.
Oh.
So,
the new nose not work out okay?
It's my whole face that needed restructuring.
Oh.
No, the last one, I guess the problem that was a more intense. So there's another one they got going on with a 70% chance of success. So we'll see. Yeah, 70% chance to no longer have like stomach problems. Seems pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, that's fair.
That is pretty good. That is pretty good. You're 70% of the way there.
Otherwise, living in California, I've been puffing a lot of the horrible smoke, and my lungs have been poisoned as a result. But at least
stop
it's
throwing
not...
gender reveal parties and burning them in the forest.
I'm sorry, I can't help it.
Stop having children.
You know, it's...
You can very much help
only
that.
at 15.
Talk about a global
What?
pandemic.
That is 16 too many.
And yet none of them named after us.
What the fuck? He's got a Pigma though.
They're all named after Star Fox characters.
Pigmataxer.
Wow.
Andrew, get over here.
Oh,
Your Uncle Andros would be so mad.
so is Andros and Andrew both your children?
Andros is the computer that they get 15 minutes a day to use.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought that would be Rob 64, but all right.
No, there's just a Gyromite Rob.
Ah,
For
okay,
that.
okay.
Well, that's cool too.
What
Like
about
in
what
Star
about
Fox Zero.
Dash Bowman? Is he also one of the children?
Sadly, no.
No Dash?
No Dash.
Dash, Bo, and Man are all individual children of Trevor's.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he's such
See?
an epic character in one game, so we got to throw him all the support.
I think so. I think so. Even better though is Anglar King.
Oh,
I've never
boy.
heard
Besides
that
this, or Grunner, I think wins.
one. Zacho?
How? Yeah, Zacho as well, and even Gatekeeper and Eloise. Good guys.
Hmm.
Other than
Bill.
that, I mean, so good luck on that, Trevor, and we certainly wish you well, and we're even more privileged for your precious time this evening, this morning, or whenever we're recording this, because it's supposed to be ambiguous. Whoops. Hi.
I mean, what
Oops.
time zone are we in? Different ones. None of us from
Yeah.
the same time zone, so.
Hey.
Yep, it's true. It's true. Playing any games lately, Trevor, or not a whole lot of time for that?
You know what? I went back to the original Paper Mario, and I've been having a great time with that. Playing it, I never really thought to strategize with the badges when I was a kid, but as an adult, I've been electing to use all the badges and come up with a more problem-solving approach of playing the game, and it's been really, really fun, a bit more challenging, and just all-around great time.
Nice. Do you have a Lil Oink Empire going on just yet?
No, I used my coins for reasonable things like Chet
Okay.
Rippo's random things for 64 coins.
Got it.
Ooh.
But
Yeah,
Lil
and you're
Oink's
paying the hint toad, right? You gotta get those hints. They're invaluable.
There's no hint toad in this one.
Oh, well, you're fucked. There's
I
no
mean,
way
there's
to know how to
Merlin.
do anything.
There's Merlin back when they still had the Black Mage characters from when it was supposed to be a Square Enix combo game.
Yeah, when Paper Mario was good.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say that each of them have their own things, but yeah, that also works.
I would say Paper Mario stopped being good at the third game, but all right.
Fair. I mean, it was a drastic change, and I don't like where it went to.
There
But
is
I still get some pretty lighthearted chuckles from the dialogue.
in which one?
Oh, sure.
Which one has good dialogue to you?
They don't have good dialogue; they have
Oh.
funny dialogue.
What's the funny dialogue?
I think it was Color Splash for Trevor, if I recall.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
as
there
long as
were
you
a
weren't
lot of,
about to say sticker star, I would have let you live. That game has 1% good and 99% bad.
Sticker Star at least had references to characters from past Paper Mario games, and I don't know, there was at least like a bit of the wit that I expect from the Intelligent Systems translation team.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Paper Mario 64 and 1000 Year Door, though. RPGs. Real ones.
Oh yeah.
And good ones. That unfortunately I don't think we'll ever quite return to, but I'm glad you're enjoying the original. I was, as you may recall, I don't know if I ever told the story on this podcast before. I was an original Let's Player before YouTube was even invented, with Paper Mario and games are sooner than it. Listeners making a face. I don't think I ever told this. I know Trevor knows.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've seen the VHSs.
Yeah, I would record videos. My TV in my bedroom as a kid in like elementary school had a record button on it, so I got a bunch of blank VHS tapes, and I recorded like the entirety of Paper Mario 64 and myself playing it, without any commentary, mind you, because that was impossible. And then I made copies of those VHSs, and people got them as gifts from me for like Christmas and birthdays of myself playing these games.
Do you still have copies of these?
My cousins, my grandparents. I don't know. I personally don't.
I need you to do me a favor.
Burnt down in
I need you to somehow track down a copy of the full thing. I assume you did the entire game. I need you to get it converted so that it can be online. And then I need you to record post-commentary years later telling the story of all this, and I will put that shit on the YouTube channel. A guest LP for the ages. The LP before any other LP. Do this for me. I need it.
I mean, Trevor probably has his old copy of Lego Racers that I gave him, so if he has that, then he must have a VHS somewhere. And we
need to convert that VHS to DVD and then burn the DVD to computer.
Oh god,
that's gonna be the journey. Effort, yes. Holy balls! Okay, well, with that nugget, Jonno, what is going on with you right now? How's life?
I'm recording season 3, episode 1 of Super Cast Brothers with these lovely individuals, and I'm digging the new visuals and the new layout. So that's fun in itself, and I'm looking forward to blazing through this year because it's, looking at our tentative schedule anyway, it's a fun one. Going to be throwing some curveballs. It's going to be great.
Oh boy.
Especially
the third one.
Yeah. Let's stick with that one. And then a couple pegs down from that, that's going to be interesting on topic. So we're having fun. But beyond that, keeping busy with my day job, keeping busy with writing as usual. We're getting into the throngs of organizing for next year's Tucson Folk Festival, which is the whole thing. Selecting the headliners now, which is a committee I'm on. Playing music, playing games. I just got WarioWare Get It Together on release day about a week ago, and that has been really great fun. If you want a standard Wario game, I can't believe that the last standard Wario game, not DIY or Gold or a compilation like that, was Smooth Moves. God, that was ages and ages ago,
and it was good,
and it was really good. I put in that was back when I had all the time in the world to game, and I put in probably over 1,000 hours in Smooth Moves.
Jesus Christ.
Holy cow!
I don't even have 1,000 hours in Dead by Daylight yet.
Holy smacks!
I'm in the 900s.
I remember I got I got like 3,327. I think was the number for Brawl back then.
Jesus.
I mean, there was an achievement for 1,000 hours, so
that's true. I mean, you can just leave your system on for that one.
No, I played it.
How do you think we all unlocked Mewtwo in Melee? We left our GameCubes on.
Oh, plug in 4 controllers? Leave that GameCube on? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Some long nights watching computers play against each other.
Yep. 99 lives.
Oh, yeah.
Might have an LP of that somewhere, too. Gosh. But that's it. And it's just as good as you would expect from Mario. It's a quality title. And they switch it up pretty nicely with the gameplay style. Every character has a unique way to go. The levels are tailored to them. So like you have like, I don't know how many, let's say like 120 micro games, but with like 10 or whatever characters, you have like 1,000 different ways to play them. And so it's replayable. It's fun. Only thing you could have used was online. With that being said.
I don't know why Nintendo has this
Um,
weird thing where they do like, here's a multiplayer game, but not online. It's like you do know
yeah, like
that we don't have friends in real life, right? Like,
uh-huh.
what the fuck, Nintendo?
And Super Mario Party 2 didn't get that online update for ages.
Super Mario Bros.
Um,
3D World for Switch. They add online
mhm.
multiplayer for the main game, but Bowser's Fury, couch co-op.
Uh-huh. Yeah, like what?
What the
Oh, and
fuck?
Cruisin' Blast as well that just came out doesn't have online multiplayer, I don't think, which is kind of ridiculous to me because it's a racing game. Okay.
You
And
know,
Siege 2 too. Like,
the Mario Party rehash, like the all the best one,
Yeah,
that's supposed to have online gameplay
yeah.
on day one though.
I think that
yeah.
they also recently stealth added online multiplayer to Mario Party, Super Mario Party, and I feel like that was very much a test for the next Mario Party. Like they were
Oh
actually
yeah,
they were trying to see like, can we do it and will it work and will people want this?
Mhm.
yeah.
Like, yes, Nintendo. Fuck.
There's nothing I love more than causing absolute chaos with friends online.
Yeah.
And now with Mario Party Superstars, they're so close. Like if they
They're
had a
so
little bit
close.
more content to that,
We need
there you
more
go.
maps. We need make it be more than just the N64 stuff. Like add in some GameCube in there. Come on.
Which is weird because you do have GameCube mini games, but not GameCube.
Yeah,
boards.
and there's only like
Um,
4 boards I think so far that we've seen.
Yeah.
It's like what?
I will. I mean, even though I'm shaming Nintendo again for their lack of content, which is a recurring theme this generation, you get it a little bit with like Splatoon when it first comes out, whatever. But then, like Mario Golf and Mario Tennis are both big detractors this
I
generation for that.
wanted
Yeah.
Mario Golf up until I saw how much content was in it. And,
Yeah.
wow, these,
Yeah.
Like
these multiplayer is actually not all that great or fun looking.
the
Oh.
mode where you can just free run and do whatever and like there is no turns, that's interesting. But I'm not going to
Mhm.
pay a $6 game just for that one mode. Sorry, but no.
No.
You know what I did with Mario Tennis Aces? They were updating and updating and updating. They said, okay, we'll let you know when we stop uploading updates. Like a year and a half went by, got all these new characters. I was like, okay, let's buy it for $20 on eBay. There you go.
There you go.
Same thing with Mario Golf. That's what's going to happen.
Yep.
What I do like is like King Bob-omb is in that game. They're going out of the way to like the Chain Chomp and Aces as well. They are going out of the way to make outlandish character choices.
Yeah.
I like that.
Like they have
I
their
don't like their
standards,
approach
but
to
then they're
the
just
initial.
like throwing
Yeah.
at a dartboard for these other random ideas. Like, okay,
Yeah,
I'm cool for some of
Yeah.
this.
yeah.
We don't need
Precisely.
to have Koopa Troopa and Koopa Paratroopa in all of them. Saying, all right, that's a little why. But give me King Bob-omb. Fuck yeah. Give me Chain Chomp. Hell yeah. Where's Charging Chuck?
Garden Chuck is in golf.
Oh, is
So
he?
this
Okay.
is that. Yeah. Mario Kart 9 here, so maybe we can get a Spiny in the next one.
Hmm.
Or an amp. Who wants a playable amp?
Anytime you touch somebody, to just electrocute them.
Oh, that'd be perfect then. Or Tumble from Mario Party 3.
Okay, that could be interesting. At least that's a different character model.
Yeah. Ballyhoo as well.
Oh,
Ballyhoo
boy.
and Tumble as doubles partners for tennis.
There you go. That would be so cool. They just don't do that kind of thing.
Give like unique introductions for their teams whenever you had like the two people that are on a specific team. It's like Mario and Luigi separate, they have this relationship, but together they do something special. For Tumble and Ballyhoo, Tumble pops out of Ballyhoo's hat.
There you go. That works for me. Oh yeah. And so that's basically me and games and stuff. So how about you, old Tuck?
Well, there's actually been quite a bit. I'll start with games.
Sure.
I haven't been playing a lot of like just games for recreation a lot recently because I've been trying to focus on Let's Plays right now, trying to get a big old bulk on that. And recently, Curb Walker and I, who our previous episode, we had him on. We finished going through Danganronpa V3. And, oh boy, the whole journey between that series of games, my god. They're good. They're very good. It's Phoenix Wright, but dark. It's...
Yeah.
My god, sometimes. But they were a lot of fun. I've now moved over to recording Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, which is already almost done. I'm just in the post-game trying to catch the legendaries that you get through all the soaring nonsense, and then it's going to be doing Elite Four rematches, and that game is over with. And I'm taking a break because I'm moving. No more of this shitty background. We're moving into a new house. Twilix and I are getting a house here. It's actually going to be closing mid-October. For some reason, I forgot what months were for a minute there. So that's going to be crazy and new. We're probably going to be recording some episodes in bulk, I would guess, so that we have time to get shit together. So I don't know what will be the first episode in the new place, but we're hoping to get a whole room set up. It's just going to be like a recording room for both podcasts and games, whereas all my other stuff will be up in other rooms upstairs. We're trying to get some soundproofing for it, so it should be nice. I'll be able to display some things. We'll get to that in a second, but that's going to be displayed if I can do it properly. Speaking of that, though, recently we had the local convention here where I live, Planet Comic-Con, and, I like going to the convention. I like getting pictures with people, seeing all the crazy cosplays people do. And one of the days, I was just rolling through, I was just like, yeah, I'm kind of bored. Let's walk through the alley, see if anything catches my eye. And a particular art piece caught my eye, and I just got to show this off. Just going to go to the big cam here for a second here. Oh, I wouldn't call it that.
What happened to the...
Oh, I'm turning on the big camera. That's right. You guys won't be able to see it if I do it this way. Oh, well. I'll show you guys. Oh, shit. No. I'll go. Oh, my God. I didn't think about that you guys wouldn't be able to see this. Damn it. Hang on a minute.
Okay.
Hang on. I know how to deal with this. All right.
Yeah, buddy.
Look at this. Look at this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
It's everybody in the base game from Smash Ultimate, including Piranha Plant, none of the DLC characters. But they are all here. It is fucking nuts. You got Samus and Dark Samus there at the bottom, shooting down below. You got Ridley firing up above. Mewtwo, Lucario to the side. Everybody just all around. Now I can go ahead and go to the big camera so we can see
That
this
is
a
awesome.
better display for viewers.
Mm-hmm. Incredible. Very nice.
There we go.
Very
This
nice.
beauty. I'm hoping that when we move and I can use some wall space, that the camera will capture all of this, and then it'll be in the background for every episode. That's the idea, at least. This is actually done by a guy called I don't know if that's what he calls himself or just what his business is, but it's Mighty Pegasus Art, who you can find on Facebook. You can find him on Instagram. His logo is right down there. Kind of an awkward spot with the camera, but it's what I can do with my current setup. You can buy this print. You can buy other ones he has. He also gave me a bonus for getting this, and we told him about the show here as well. So
Nice.
He's definitely interested in what we do. Where's my other thing? There it is. I also have from him Mewtwo dressed up as M. Bison from Street Fighter. So that is kind of crazy.
That's pretty
I'm
cool.
a big fan of this as well.
Mhm.
But it's just some cool ass shit.
Neat.
I fucking love it.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. So hopefully when I can get that room set up, that's going on the wall for sure. I'm not sure where I'll put this and the other things that I got, but it'll be nice having a house where I can actually display things and put things on walls. Because like here, I'm in a rental. I don't want to put holes in the walls because fucking Christ.
Oh yeah.
But when
Yeah.
we move, oh buddy, it is on.
It's gonna be nice to finally have a place of your own and do
Yes.
your own thing with it.
Yes, it is. I am very much looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, check that guy out.
Absolutely.
He's got some good stuff.
Mighty Pegasus, right?
Mighty Pegasus art.
All right. Very, very cool, Mighty Pegasus, and we are glad that you are listening today. Because shout outs.
Oh,
Worthwhile ones.
hell yeah.
Very cool.
He's
Very
a cool
cool.
guy, too. I chatted with him for a little bit.
Nice. Clearly a big fan of
Mewtwo is
Smash,
actually his main. Yeah, Mewtwo's his main, so.
Nice. Very cool. And he wants to invite some Smash.
I mean, honestly, I think Bison is the next best Street Fighter character to go with. Because, yeah, sure, there's Chun-Li. But I think Bison would be more interesting.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can agree with more interesting at the very least. And I would, I'm a fan of the character. That's for sure.
Up taunt has to be yes.
If they did that, I would want him in as the final character of DLC.
Oh, definitely.
It's a possibility. Possibility.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
we'll see. So that's cool, and congratulations on the move.
Thank you.
We've been having quite a tale amongst like our personal little group of friends lately with home buying too.
There's been a lot of us in our
was-
group doing home buying right now. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah, it's weird, and it crosses countries as well.
Yes.
Yep. So me at the start of the year, then you, Flame Zone has been on the show prior.
Ebit.
Jake, who's been on the show prior. Yep. Several others. It's bizarre. Now Trevor
Britt is looking
also,
at houses too.
Yeah, she is.
Oh.
Good for them. And Belphegor is going to live in his own home.
Well, yeah, he gets this whole wing.
That'd be well. He's paying. He's in on the loan, so I hope so.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah. And now Trevor, with all those salami sandwiches he's been selling, is going to be next.
It's going to be a true Capicola caper.
Yep. They're gonna call it Pigma's Den car.
Speaking of, what do you think we get into talking about some Starbucks at this point? I figure like the whole nature of this today's episode is we're talking about our experience with the Star Fox, our thoughts on the games, and also where we kind of think the game should go next. Because right now, all three of us kind of are of the same opinion that right now Star Fox is not in a good spot, and it could easily be if they just make the right game and not make the same wrong decisions all over again.
Yeah.
First of all, don't do the Lilac Wars anymore. Let them go. 4 games out of 8 are about the Lilac Wars. Now, I'll give Star Fox 64 3D a pass because it's just a 3DS port of 64. But 0 is no excuse. First of all, with a name like Star Fox Zero, it really should have been about the original Star Fox team. They could have ended it with the conflict with Andros and Pigma and the whole trail thing. That could have been interesting. But no, they decided Lilac Wars. Why?
Again.
Like at least show different parts of them if you're gonna do that shit. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But as for me with Star Fox, I myself have not actually played anything beyond parts of Assault. But I've watched most of Adventures. I'm familiar with 64. I've watched the vast majority of Assault. And just leading up to this podcast out of the past couple of days, I crunched through watching an LP of Command, which, yikes.
I'm sorry.
But at least I have the knowledge for that game. It's sad that you can beat that game in 3 hours. The first ending is 3 hours.
Yep.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good game. The combat I actually think is kind of interesting, drawing on the map and running into things, and then you just like do small battles. That's an interesting idea, but a lot of those battles are recycled. A lot of them are recycled.
Mm-hmm.
And then
To
the
be fair,
story is just...
I think that's also a rehash of the what used to be unreleased Star Fox 2 for the Super Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. I know that
game
Command and Zero both did take a lot of cues from 2.
Yeah. But then they went and released Star Fox 2 with the Super Nintendo Mini. Because they're like, well, cats out of the bag. Everybody knows we have a finished Star Fox game that we didn't release.
Yep.
Here we go.
Might as well be. The
Isn't
internet's
that
known
funny?
about it for years. It's like we finally got it. Holy shit!
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I think they've known about it pretty much as long as we've been on the internet.
Pretty much.
Holy cow!
The only thing that was weird
Um,
that you had to start Star Fox 1 on the SNES Mini before Star Fox 2 would appear in the menu. It's like okay,
mhm.
it's kind of
Bizarre.
weird,
Yeah, it's
but whatever.
little Easter egg they had, whatever. Yeah, yeah. Um, Star Fox. Yeah, and it's funny, right? They had a completed Star Fox 2. I mean, it's a sequel, and they had the opportunity to make that into a Nintendo 64 re-envisioning, which was instead a 3D version of the first game that
Yeah.
was already released.
Now at least
Which went on to be
64
yeah.
was a major improvement on the original,
hmm
but
yeah, and it
Zero
was
was
massively
not.
lauded, etc. No, it is not. It is not. It is not. 64. Yeah, I mean it's vibrantly acclaimed. It's like Ocarina of Time to Zelda is Star Fox 64 to Star Fox, but all the same. It's just you look retrospectively on the series. You have this original title. The story is great. The characters are great. Fine. Then you redo it again for the Nintendo 64, even the 3DS. Fine. Zero is really kind of the outlier, and I guess the further you go along, it's with the same thing. The newest one's always going to be the worst defender.
Yeah.
And the gameplay is also not consistent, so it kind of shoots itself in the foot.
Little bit.
Yeah, yeah. But then you get Star Fox 2, Adventures, Assault, and Command, which for their shortcomings, 2 having not even seen an official Super Nintendo release back in the day, of course, at least they were sequels. At least they were continuations of
Yeah.
the story.
Like Adventures,
You had
not great, but it didn't start out as a Star Fox game anyways. It was supposed
Yeah.
to be its own thing, but honestly,
and
I
they
thought
slapped
Assault was
Star Fox,
really
yeah.
good. People didn't
Oh,
like the
yeah.
ground combat,
Oh,
which fair enough. But then you just improve on it in the next game. You don't throw it away completely.
I agree. Yeah, I thought Assault was really good. They had a few different mission types that always seem to stay unique and have several pegs within each chapter.
Yeah.
That made it seem epic. And the multiplayer in Assault, like holy cow, that was the most fun I had on the GameCube. Those were some of the most exciting times that I think I've ever had with a Nintendo game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just let us go back to that. I think. I mean, holy cow. Adventures was funny. I mean, I was probably 7 years old when it first came out.
Yeah.
And so it was cool back then. And now you're rewatching it. And it's like, Cloud Runner, blah blah blah. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? And and there's a lot of repetition. Some of the snow areas with Tricky are horrendous. But again, at least it just shows the small pickings that you get with Star Fox, where you can have a bad game, like Adventures. And
do you know?
Well, at least it stands on its own legs. What was that, Trevor?
Star Fox Adventures did not originate as a Star Fox game.
Yeah.
Right. Dinosaur Planet, right. I don't know why they had the need, why they had the aversion towards making it its own thing.
Because they didn't think it would do well as a solo project.
All the same. But hey, we got it. We got general scales out of it, and what more can you want?
We got Andros's ghost.
And a giant Krazoa face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing that Star Fox really needs to get away from. It's just like, leave Andros in the grave. For fuck's sake. Even the games that aren't focused on the Lilat Wars still have Andros in some way. Andros' ghost in Adventures. You have an entity claiming to be Andros' ghost in Command, but it's kind of ambiguous if it is. Or I'm guessing it's just an AI that Andros left behind to protect his weapon. It's like, all right, whatever there, whatever. At least it's not an Andros boss fight. Assault doesn't have Andros, but it does have a fight in the very beginning against Andro Oikini, which is just the Andros fight. It's like, okay, seriously, fucking Christ. And then
The
Star Fox
Andros
2,
fight, but a little more zesty.
I don't know enough about Star Fox 2, but I was trying to look up some information about it. And in one paragraph it said that he was resurrected. And later in that paragraph it said he survived the first game.
Now Star Fox 2 was actually the original inspiration for the new Star Wars trilogy. Somehow Andros returned.
Somehow Palpatine returned. Clone Andros. That's what where's Meta Andros and Omega Andros and Jesus Christ.
Metal Baby Dr. Andros Z.
Yeah.
Pink and Gold Andros.
Yes, you beat me to it.
The Andros needs to go away.
Yeah, I think he's a very influential character, but he's not immortal. He's not a Ganondorf.
Yeah.
So I mean, he is a doctor whose research went too far, and he went crazy, and there you go.
He's the classic case of a scientist who doesn't want people to tell him no, and when they try, he's like, okay, I'll just kill you and do it anyways.
Yeah, he's like Star Fox's very own Hank Pym.
I mean,
so
not entirely inaccurate.
Yep. I do like how in Assault and Command they have continuations of Andros' legacy that are not Andros' resurrection.
You have Dash Bowman in Command.
Yeah, and you have Andrew Oikini, who is a sniveling brat who tries so desperately to be like his uncle and just routinely fails. And Dash Bowman, as you said, who's direct lineage to Andros, he's his grandson, who fights on the opposite side of what Andros ultimately stood for.
Yep.
So it's that is, in my opinion, cool, and needs to be better executed. But those are elements that they can keep if they want to call back to Andros. I mean, he has a looming legacy. It makes sense. Whatever. Just there's certain elements, and this is something that's at risk in other Nintendo titles as well. You can just avoid the triteness of it, I guess, of revisiting the same boss battles, the same plot points over and over. Right.
He needs to go away. There are ways we can continue the story without relying on Andros. Now we can call back. We can still have Venom. We can still have Andrew. We can still have Dash. Andrew is alive as of Command still, which was a surprise to me. I thought he died in Assault, but no. He's in Command and he survives that game too. It's like, okay, sure, whatever.
Yeah, don't tell me how that happens. It's a little
fucking.
Star Fox has contrived deaths pretty much everywhere. I'm surprised James never came back to life officially.
Well, he is in pretty much every game. He just makes a quick appearance, helps out, and then fucks off. Fox is like, wait, Dad? Dad? Nah, it's not Dad. It was his dad.
It's like,
what the fuck?
That's me from F-Zero. Yeah.
I'm sorry, G-Zero. Fox and Falco joins G-Zero.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the various Command endings. Oh my god, that game.
Horrid. Bad.
Definitely could have been better.
It could have been. At least Fox has a blue sun.
Hey, I don't dislike Marcus. Marcus.
No.
I do dislike Cursed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, buddy. God. Let's write an ending where Starwolf is the heroes and everybody praises him, except they still hate Crystal and they call her a traitor. So she gets sad and becomes a bounty hunter called Cursed. Who the fuck wrote this game? Why?
Oh yeah.
It reads like a bad fan fiction, and I read a lot of fan fiction. It's like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, not good.
That is
Part of the reason why I think it took so long to get a new Star Fox game after Command was because the thought process was like, well, wait, which ending do we go with? Instead, they were just like, oh, let's ignore everything and remake it all again.
Yep.
We
And
had
haven't you heard?
we had a timeline. We had a connected series of events, and they just threw it all away.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Now, Hideki Kamiya has also said recently that he would love to re-release Star Fox Zero on the Switch.
Nah, I'm good.
Said Nintendo just needs to give him the green light.
I'm good. Kamiya worked on Zero?
Apparently so.
Huh.
I think Platinum developed Zero.
What,
Yeah.
just let Ubisoft make Starlink 2 and put more Star Fox in that. Granted,
Yeah,
I don't know
how
how
would-
good. I don't know if Starlink is any good or not, but can't be worse than Command.
Is that Trevor?
Oh. No, is it me?
What were you saying?
Okay.
I mean, I was like, I was wanting to know how Starlink was, but if nobody knows, then
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
was going to say hopefully it can carry the legacy, but
Twilix has
Oh.
it, but he hasn't had the time to play it, so.
I've heard that it's decent. It's not great.
I've heard
but
it's the best Star Fox game.
huh?
Or at
That's
least
saying
best
something.
recent Star Fox game.
Yeah.
And your
yeah.
competition is
It's
Zero
funny.
and Command, so it's a low bar.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
What's funny, it's such a celebrated IP, and the characters are so beloved.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm wondering, like, almost in an F-Zero like situation, how much of that is Smash Brothers?
Honestly,
Because-
a lot. A lot.
Yeah,
I think without Smash, several of these franchises would be gone, or at least none have gotten as many games. So like F-Zero, well, I guess F-Zero is gone anyways, but it's still got a game after Smash. Star Fox 2, and I think Metroid would be gone. Like we probably would have said Prime 1. I think there's decent odds we still would have had Prime 1, and Prime 2, but beyond that, I don't know if we would have gotten Dread or the remake for Metroid 2. Smash has really kept a lot of these franchises and characters alive. Has it worked for everybody? I mean, no. Ice Climbers, they never got anything new, right?
right.
But also on the same token, it brought Kid Icarus back,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it also helped Fire Emblem because Awakening saved Fire Emblem's ass, but I think it also had that Smash knowledge for people because we learned who Martha and Roy were. We learned who Ike is. On a minor level, we learned about Lindis.
Mm-hmm.
So people who didn't know what Fire Emblem was were just like, hey, there's this game that has characters in Smash that has a new game. I want to play it.
Yeah. Even
Smash Effect
Mother.
is huge. Well, I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh
the,
yeah.
the difference with Earthbound is
Would have
that
never-
yeah, people would not have ever heard of it, but the creator just straight up does not want to make more.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
That's
at
fair,
least
They would have never gotten Mother 3 in the US if not for Smash. Oh.
what I would love to see them do is give us a not like full 3D, but more like and not with this particular art style, but like a Link's Awakening style remake for all 3 Earthbound games in one package. Those games are small enough they can all fit in one, for sure.
That new Link's Awakening, or the re-release of
Yeah.
Link's Awakening, is so fun too. I would love to see them reuse whatever engine they did for that art style. It could work pretty easily.
I'm not the biggest fan of the actual art style, but they can definitely do a remake in that same similar vein. I say do the clay model art style. Better than like Kirby Canvas Curse. Like not like that. But like the actual clay model figures. Do that for the 3D art style. I think that'd look really good.
Yeah. And I can tell you what we're really clamoring for, right? On that Link's Awakening engine with the graphics and everything. For Frog Whom the Bell Tolls remade for the Switch. And
Honestly, remake
I mean,
old
actually, yeah.
games. Give us the old games, but good. Because not that I'm saying a lot of those games are bad, but I played Earthbound sometime the past year. I told you both about it, and while I wanted to enjoy it, there were a lot of things that held it back for me. Largely being the menuing system was so bad. Oh
You know?
my god! And the
Yeah.
inventory was abysmal. Make these kinds of quality of life improvements. You don't have. That doesn't make things to be easier, but quality of life, people. Give us
Yeah.
those old games. Pokemon, the original Pokemon games are another great example of this. Horrible menuing. You could only keep a small amount of inventory space, and you had to save the game every time you wanted to change the PC box. We got Fire Red and Leaf Green. They fixed that shit. We can get the same thing with Earthbound. We get the same thing with all these older games.
Right. Yeah, Earthbound does have a bit of that old school, like hit by the Dragon Age stick kind of menu.
Yeah.
At the very least. Yeah. But so it goes. With Star Fox in this particular case,
I mean, 64 technically did that for the original.
Yeah. Also true. They really have they have the structure there. They're animals in space, created kind of around the 1960s, like furry puppet art theater stuff. So just do it. There's so much you can do with it. I know, like didn't they want to make like a Star Fox Netflix series that was shot down by Nintendo?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. They can do it in like the style of Saving Mr. Fox. Be kind of entertaining, like a Wes Anderson movie. But all the same, there's so much they can do with the IP that clearly has not been explored yet. And if we just get a port of Zero, I think that's you're looking at pretty much a dead franchise.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah.
It almost feels that way now. Before Zero was released, it felt like that.
Yeah. We thought it was because of Command.
Yeah, Command was not great. Most of the endings were not great. Well, none of the endings were great. Most of the endings were not good.
There's two good endings. There are two good endings in Command. Everything else is some form of bad or stupid. Or what the fuck with Fox and Falco becoming G0 pilots because Fox got sad that Star Wolf got the credit for saving the world and he didn't. That's the reason that they went on to become fucking race car pilots because Fox got sad that Star Wolf was able to save the world and not him. Dude.
That makes him a fucking dick.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, a lot of that, the pre-story for that game was Fox being a dick and kicking Crystal off the team, which caused her to join Star Wolf. It's like, what the fuck? I don't think Fox would do that.
No, I mean, that's Totu his GF.
If he let Slippy stay on the team.
Imagine Slippy becoming cursed
or
instead.
Peppy being an old-ass man, and he lets Peppy stay around, and not just say, like, Peppy, listen, you don't got the reaction speed you used to, buddy. You should retire. And so he's just like, Crystal, you can't get hurt. You must leave team or I be sad if you get hurt. Also, I'm breaking up with you because I would be sad if you got hurt.
You're mercenaries. Come on, guys. Get over it. This is how it goes.
How many times we have to see this tired ass trope in fiction where characters are like, our job is to fight and help people. Oh, but I don't want you to fight because you might get hurt. Well, I joined you anyways. Like, I don't want it. Go away.
Yeah. That's why I kept Dorcas level 1 during my first playthrough of Fire Emblem 7.
Because he had to live to see his wife?
Yeah, he was too precious.
I think when I tried playing that game, I really liked the character and then immediately got him killed.
Was this Crystal or Dorcas?
Dorcas.
Oh, okay. Oops.
All right.
Yeah. So, how are we gonna save Star Fox though? Because we can complain about Star Fox all day.
We can.
But I hear at least one of us, and I think only one of us has a plan. So.
Oh, you guys didn't come up with ideas? the whole point of this
Oh,
episode?
I sure did.
Uh-huh. And what are they?
Number 1. Have
Kill
Star Fox.
Andros. Done.
Yes. Cross over with the hit Sega Saturn title, Seaman.
Introduce Leonard Nimoy.
Yep.
Star Fox character.
Or we could have Star Fox Grand Prix. Let's get that going. The Star
I'm
Fox
just
racing
imagining,
game. I wanted that rumor to be true.
Fox
I was thinking
with
Diddy
Star
Kong.
Fox character slapped on it.
I was thinking Diddy Kong racing style with the hub worlds and shit.
Oh.
Yeah. And then you
Well,
also
Fox
bring
could
back
be
the
a market
other
card
rumor
too,
that
though.
we used to have of Star Fox crossing over with Metroid.
Mm-hmm.
That was a wild rumor.
That would actually be cool.
Yes, it would have
Like
been.
a Star Fox
Mhm.
world
We could have
platforming adventure?
gotten Zero Suit Fox.
Ooh boy.
Sorry,
Don't you know Zero Suit
First.
Slippy? Everybody's pining for.
Dark Falcon.
That's awesome. Dark Falco. That's just Falco.
So I did do
Or
some
was that
thinking for
Rivali?
an idea. No, Rivali
Oh.
is not Falco. He's so the story for the idea is not as well as my gameplay concepts I have here. So first of all, when you're looking at Star Fox, you mentioned earlier that they are a mercenary group. Yet, there's only one Star Fox game where they are not actively working with the Cornerian military. For a group of mercenaries, they sure spend a lot of time working with one military faction. Seems weird to me. That one game being Adventures, which is also mainly because Fox crash lands on the planet. So, cool. So I say, why don't we take things from a more mercenary perspective here? Let's have a mission board, and you choose a mission from a list of options. Some of these are going to be story required. Some of these are just like bonus side missions where you can unlock content. And let's say, just for sake of argument, there's going to be 100 missions and 20 of them are story related. Because why the hell not? You go through the story. You can do things that you can do just story missions if you want to. Just speed on through it. Or if you're doing these side missions, you can unlock new pilots, new ships, new weapons, upgrades. I don't know if I want to go the skill tree route. Maybe that might be too much for things. But you could also have a mission where it's like, hey, infiltrate this planet or whatever, and you can either choose to do an R-Wing, or you could choose to do ground-based combat. And depending on what you choose, like obviously the enemies you go up against will be different, the weapons you can have will be different, dialogue, the exact route you go will be different, but the story for the most part is the same. There might be, you might hit a couple little different beats, but the main path is still the same thing. But depending on some of these missions, as you're going through things, you might change a little bit of the story. Not in a major way. Like, we're not going to have, like, multiple command endings. But let's say there's one side mission where you end up going to Aquas to save some people there, and there's a pilot that you meet on that planet. And now you saved him. On a later story mission, that pilot will come to help you out. And now you've got a little bit of help that you wouldn't have had if you didn't do that mission. Now, as for the story is concerned, I'm planning on looking at this as, first of all, you have Star Fox 64 as the first game in this timeline. Then we have Adventures, then we have Assault, and then kind of, sort of Command. It's more like a soft reboot of Command in a way. We keep the major things, the Anglars. Fox was an idiot with Crystal, so she left before the game started. But as far as the endings are concerned, we're kind of, in my mind, I'm kind of merging a couple things together. There's 3 endings in particular I'm looking at. Actually, I think it's 3 different endings. It might just be 2, and maybe 2 of them are the same thing. I don't remember for sure. But one of them involves the team splitting up for good. Again. Fox and Crystal get back together. They have a son named Marcus McCloud. Slippy and Amanda get married because he has a fiance. What the fuck? And then at some point down the line, Marcus goes to the Cornerian Airfleet Academy. He forms a new Team Star Fox, which has Pepe's granddaughter, one of Slippy's sons, and Falco. Because I guess Falco just couldn't stop himself from doing more shit, and he clearly never had kids, which, okay. Hey, not everybody wants them. I don't have a problem with that. Another ending, kind of similar to that, it basically just had everybody felt Slippy reason for seeing Crystal sticks with the team, Falco sticks in, they all stick with the team longer, and Amanda joins the team. It's like, okay. I don't know that you had flight trading, but sure. You're on the team, I guess. And the third ending I'm really looking at involves Dash Bowman, grandson of Andros. And he becomes the new leader of Venom. And there's actually two endings where he becomes the leader of Venom. One of them, he goes down the Andros path of things, and he kind of becomes the next villain. But in the ending I'm more referencing, he actually leads Venom to being a stable world and not torn apart by war. So I'm kind of taking these three different ideas together, and I'm kind of merging them together. And I'm saying that after Command, after they defeated the Angler Empire, the team decides to split again, but amicably this time. Falco goes off with Cap Monroe because obviously Falco's not done flying. He's never done flying, by evidenced by the fact that he joins Marcus's team. It's kind of weird that he does that. But I think for this story I'm thinking of, the final act, the final mission for that team, Star Fox, is escorting Slippy to his wedding. Now, we don't see that in this new game I'm proposing. This is just sort of a thing that happens in between, and it kind of just sets the scene. But then after that happens, they left the team, Falco's off the team, Fox and Crystal retire. They have Marcus. 10 years later, we have the prologue for this game. Fox teaching Marcus how to fly. It's the tutorial for this game and how everything works. 5 years, and we do another time skip. 5 years later, Marcus is now setting off. He wants to be a pilot. He's building a new team, Star Fox. He's got Pepe's granddaughter. He's got Slippy's son. And I don't think, not Falco yet. Falco will get there, but just start with the three of them first now. The first story-based mission they go through involves Venom. Dash Bowman is calling for help from Team Star Fox. He doesn't know that there's a new Team Star Fox. He thinks he's calling McCloud, Fox, the Big Fox. And he's like, hey, so you know how I'm in charge of Venom? Yeah, my uncle is still alive, and he's trying to lead a revolt to take back control because he thinks he should be in charge. I could use some help. So that first story mission is the new Team Star Fox flying to Venom, taking on Andrew Oikony and taking him down. And it's kind of like, not necessarily would be wrapped in one mission, but it's like the first arc of the game. And there'd be several arcs going through different story paths, different, I wouldn't necessarily say large threats, because it's not meant to be like one huge overwhelming thing like the Lilac Wars. We're staying away from that bullshit. It's more about like mercenary work. We help out over here, we get them settled. We help out over here, we get them settled. We help out over here. There's all these side missions all around. And these side missions, we can recruit Dash, we can recruit Falco, Slippy, Amanda, Fox, Crystal. We can recruit all of the old guard, as well as some new characters. We can bring back Miyu and Faye from Star Fox 2. Maybe in this continuity, since they're not in this current timeline, maybe they're smugglers, and you have to stop them from doing what the fuck they're doing, and they just decide, alright, fuck it, we'll join you. It's something better than that, obviously, but it's one of those kinds of general lines. I don't know what the final threat is. I don't know beyond that. I just feel like that first arc involved Venom, Dash, and Andrew. But one thing I do want to bring in mind for a gameplay element, have either of you played Kingdom Hearts 2?
Yes.
So, in Kingdom Hearts 2, when you lose certain boss fights, what happens, Turbo? What happens in specific boss fights when you lose?
Ooh, I know this one very, very well.
Uh-huh.
At times, Mickey Mouse comes out of nowhere and is like, "Oh, I'll save you, Sora!" And then you get like 15 seconds of Mickey Mouse play, and then Sora gets revived for one last chance.
Yes.
And then usually you wind up dying again.
Yes.
But that's...
So I'm taking that, and I'm also merging with the fact that in recent games, Nintendo has liked to do a help sort of thing. Like, if you lose a lot in Donkey Kong Country Returns, you have the Super Guide that you can use to essentially play the level for you. You also have the Super Mario 3D World. You have the Golden Cat. They give you these things that essentially give you a huge boost because you're failing this level a lot. So I had the idea of, what if you're playing a mission and it's just kicking your ass and you're losing? You have the option to either retry or an extra option appears after you've lost a few times. And here comes the man that likes to keep on coming back in times of peril, James McCloud. You get to play as James McCloud for the mission. You have enhanced stats for it, because why the hell not? He helps you save the day, because you clearly can't do it on your own. And then, without a word, because it's what James does, he fucks off. And you just have the scenes like, Grandpa? And then that's all the interaction there is. It's just a way to keep bringing James back. Yes, from obviously the James Platt from F-Zero. Awesome. What are we talking about?
Awesome, very cool.
But that's essentially my big Star Fox City, and a lot of it is just like obviously not going to happen. Like I get it, but like I feel like doing a time skip moving forward, whether you're doing an older Team Star Fox or the new Team Star Fox with Marcus, either which way you do it. We need to get away from Lilac Wars. We need to get away from Andros. And the further you go into the timeline, the easier that is to do.
Yeah. You just first of all, great idea to continue it, because I know to continue from command. You're either starting in the middle of it and just doing your own BS, or you are using what you can of the makeshift crap that they did for their 9 endings.
Yeah.
So kind of the best of you took the best elements of what I think were salvageable endings, and not like character assassination with Fox and Crystal remaining apart or Dash becoming an evil emperor.
Yeah.
Which is totally so. Yeah, I'm all for it. Mercenary work sounds good, and we're seeing in sci-fi mediums that sort of thing becoming popular again too amongst storylines. Most prominently with the Mandalorian. So it's like Star Fox Mandalorian, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And now we just need to know where the baby is.
Well, the last Metroid is in captivity.
Aha. We're going to cross this over into Metroid then.
Well, yes,
so there's going to be a race.
Yes. One of the side missions is a race against this weird ship, and then Samus joins your crew.
Okay, that works to me. And like an Excite truck as well would be good.
Yes, and we can have like I pretty much have the thought it's like include all the big name characters that at least as many as you can. Like General Pepper at this point in the timeline is dead. Like he's alive in Command apparently, or at least he retires before Command starts, and they don't say he dies during it. And Peppy is old as fuck, so I don't know if Peppy should theoretically be alive in this further 15 years later. Pepper's definitely gone. There's nothing you can do about that. Maybe Peppy's alive. I don't know. But, Cat Monroe, Bill Gray, you can get Lucy Hare in here, bring in Amanda. Why not all these characters? Why not? It
I heard
can
that
easily
Amanda
be done.
Toad likes sugar cookies from like Walmart.
Well, that would be strange. But like even Team Star Wolf can be involved somewhere. I don't know if you would unlock them as fighters or anything, but they definitely got to be somewhere in the story. Like, come on.
Except for Pigma. Rivals,
leave Pigma in the grave. But... Keep Pigma.
Pigma had
after Command. Pigma should be dead now.
Yeah, Cyber Pigma though is
Pink Gold Pigma.
Pink Gold Pigma. Pigma is fucking evil. Like,
I mean, yeah,
what
obviously.
Pigma did and how he handled it. No, that was the kind of stuff. When I played Star Fox the first time, I couldn't believe I was saying this from a Nintendo title.
Yeah.
So bring us more of that, but with original story beats.
Seriously.
So that is pretty neat. And clearly, again, it's a good foundation that you've laid. I like that it's a sequel. I like that it doesn't avert Command, because you may as well do something with it.
Yeah, and even with my idea, you don't have to keep Command in the timeline at all, but it's simpler to do it that way. I feel like you just pick a couple endings, merge them together, and none of those endings conflict with each other, so it works out perfectly. There's an ending where Slippy fucks off and isn't there in the final battle, so he's just like, I'm just gonna retire on Aquas and never talk to Fox ever again. Instead, I'm just gonna sit on the beach and tell my kids all about how I used to be cool. Falco has a similar one where it's like he's not there for the fun about it because he fucked around too much and did other things. So him and Kat just formed their own Team Star Falco team, and it's like, yeah, so we're doing our own thing now. It's like, why are there endings
Star
like
Falco
that?
just doesn't roll off the tongue quite as well.
It does not.
Yeah, yeah. And ground combat can easily be reworked into something salvageable.
Yeah.
I didn't even think it was that bad in Assault, to be honest with you. It was just kind of bare bones. So
yeah,
I don't
really
know
was.
what you would model it after, but it just it depends on what you want from it, I suppose. But I don't know. You can even look to a game like a really destructive sci-fi game, like a Destroy All Humans, and pull weapon ideas from it, throw it into a blender. There you go. You can look to the type of like multiplayer online action games, like an Overwatch or a PUBG or whatever. Pull from there for theming. There's enough.
Yeah.
So, because Star Fox's legacy so far is Nintendo constantly rebooting it and saying, "Well, this kind of wasn't as great as we thought it was going to be, so we're just going to slip it under the rug." And here's the Lilac Wars again, because you like that, right?
No, we don't.
Uh-huh.
Something new.
Uh-huh.
Please.
Mm-hmm. Seriously. And this is, I do believe that we're going to be getting. There's a likelihood, at least, maybe slightly over 50%, that we'll see something new from Star Fox over the next handful of years.
Yeah.
Depending upon what it is.
Hopefully, it's good.
Exactly, because as you said, even Metroid, like Metroid is a fantastic series, and Metroid Prime is a great sub-series that plays into the main story. But had it not been for Smash perhaps, then it might not have stuck around, because sales, even today, I mean, looking at the sales of the Metroid series, it's a little surprising that they're still making titles today, or to this extent, at least like non-Prime 4 titles.
Yeah. Like
Dread and Samus Returns.
Prime 4, we're going to hear about that game again?
Yeah. When and at some point or another, and I think Andros is going to be in it.
God. Fuck off,
You're going to make Andros's head playable on Smash Brothers.
No.
That's going to be the final DLC character, because as of the recording,
Andros's head.
Andros.
No more Andros. No more.
Alternate costume. Andros's brain.
Yep. Oh yeah, and Krazoa head. And Andrew Oikon's ship.
And the ghost of Andros on protecting the water purifier thing.
Don't forget Pink Gold Ghost of Andros.
Baby Pink Gold Jr. Ghost of Andros dressed like a taxi driver.
Boy.
Good times with Mario
Taxi
Kart
cab Waluigi. All right.
I would hate it.
Waluigi.
No, Trevor, it exists. Mario Kart Mobile, whatever the fuck that game is called.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. It's weird.
I understand why. Some bad memories,
Hey, at least Kamek finally made it to a Mario Kart game.
It's about time. Good for him.
But it was supposed to be in Mario Kart 64.
Yeah, I for some reason just saw that recently, like a couple days ago. That I'm not a fan of them replacing Donkey Kong for Kamek, but yeah, it would have been pretty cool.
Like honestly, between the two of them, Donkey Kong over Kamek. But Mario Kart Wii, did we need Funky Kong? No.
No, we got him.
Like, I like Funky, but should have been Kamek.
Dry Bowser?
Yeah, that's a good point. Drop Dry Bowser for Kamek, actually, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Or
I
just
think
one
Dry
of the
Bowser and
million
Donkey are
day-
only in it because they wanted more heavy racers, and that's the game where they actually had stats and shit. Which,
Right,
get it,
right,
but
right. They can put stats and shit in Star Fox Grand Prix and it wouldn't
like
feel
if
out
they're
of
gonna
place.
call Rosalina a heavy, they can call Kamek a heavy.
Yeah, it's true enough. There's no rules here. Not really, anyway.
There are no
The
rules
weight
in
of
the
the
Star Fox
crown
Grand
is a
Prix.
heavy burden.
Nope. Now, is the Star Fox Grand Prix at G0 officially?
I mean, I think it's gonna be more like a more space. Like it's not a track. It's more like a follow these lines through space, and you have like this whole tunnel that you can fly through essentially.
Mm-hmm.
That's how
That
the
would have been
gameplay
so
for it.
freaking cool.
Yeah, I
And
really wish that rumor
yeah.
happened. That would have been an actual. That could have been actually a real cool game.
One of these days they'll be like, yeah, we were actually making it, but we decided it wouldn't be financially viable, so we made Star Fox 0.0.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it was actually a real project that just got canned. Because
Agreed.
the rumors were coming out for a while about it, and normally
Yeah.
fake rumors just pop up and then they're gone.
Yeah.
But Grand Prix was talked about for what, a year?
Yeah. I wish, but
It's like
if we
Metroid
can
Dread.
get your, yeah, precisely. They can, yeah, precisely. Maybe in 10 years we'll get it. Gosh. But Star Fox will be dead by then, so they're going to actually make it Diddy Kong Racing in space.
I just had a thought. The side mission to recruit Falco into this Star Fox game I've dreamed up is a race against Falco.
There you go.
I could see it.
It fits in with his personality because he thinks he's the best pilot, and he won't join your team unless you can prove to him that you are just as good as your father or better.
Yeah. He's like, what do you think I've been doing all these years? I've been having Star Falco.
Well, I mean, that pot belly tells me a few things. Fat Falco has to work it off.
Oh my gosh. Just like it's like the Avengers.
Yep. He's got to get his hammer back.
There you go. There you go. Noob Master 69 is going to be in Star Fox 2. Star Fox Z. Yeah.
Nah, that's the zombie spinoff.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Zombie Andros. That'd actually be terrifying.
I'll take it back.
Z for Zantok. Or they can just call it Star Fox Zantok.
I call it Star Fox Legacy.
Okay. That works.
It's either that or Star Fox Generation,
Very well.
but Sonic kind of took that title already.
Yeah, they did. Save it for the Sonic crossover.
Or let's be real. We know what Nintendo will call it. New Star Fox.
Oh god. Yeah, just like new Pokemon Snap.
Or New Super Mario Bros. And New Super Mario Bros. 2. And New Super Mario Bros. Wii. And New Super Mario Bros. U. Oh my god.
And new Super Mario Bros. U on Switch.
I hate it. I hate it.
You know, New Super Mario Bros. U. If you place an angry
Dude,
sun
Nintendo
in
3DS.
Mario Maker 2. Yep, at night it becomes Andros.
I honestly thought when they revealed the new Switch, I thought it was going to be the new Nintendo Switch. I really did.
Mm-hmm.
That said,
No, it was like
Nintendo Switch OLED is not any better.
No.
What the fuck does that mean? It's the type of screen. No normal person knows what that means.
They should have called it the Switch U.
Oh yeah.
Switched up.
Switched. Okay, that would have been good. Confusing, but good. I like it.
That's actually what I think the new Mario Kart will be. It'll be Mario Kart Switch, and the new gimmick will be how you can switch parts of the racetrack around as you're flying or driving. Change the
Well,
layout.
that
Of
would be
the,
freaking
change the layout of the
cool.
tracks, like pulling a lever on a train track. That kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Great for Star
That would be
Fox,
really
not
neat.
so great for Mario Kart.
Okay, well, did you think anti-gravity was going to be great for Mario Kart?
No.
Okay, then shut the fuck up.
What if we put some? Well, you could put Fox in Mario Kart after that.
We can't. If Link, Isabelle, and the Inkling can be in Mario Kart, Silken Fox, Kirby, and Captain Falcon.
Yep.
God
And
damn. Yeah, I'm okay with Olimar. Yeah, why not? Add all the spaces.
Maybe a little Samus.
Well, maybe not Samus.
Yep. Maybe Cursed.
Well, you gotta have Cursed. I mean, come on. She's so iconic. She's such an original character that's not an edgy fucker at all.
I agree.
Curse was created by somebody's 15-year-old son.
Yep. And you know exactly what they did with that ending artwork afterwards, too.
Fox and Curse met on another planet called Ku, and he didn't recognize her. Alright. Stupid ending.
Where
Looks
are
the same.
you?
That's one of the that might be the worst ending in Command. It's just so stupid.
I think it is. I think it is.
I think the idea of
It's
Team
pretty
Star
bad.
Wolf being redeemed and getting recognition, I like that idea. And then they immediately followed up with, but not Crystal. Like, what? What the fuck? Just say she got with Panther. That reminds me, I learned something today. Apparently, in Assault, you know how in Assault, Panther is constantly flirting with Crystal, and she's just like, no? Apparently, in the Japanese version, she has a crush on Panther.
Really?
Yeah. And considering
Is-
she's dating him in a Command, that makes a little bit more sense now.
It's bizarre.
What the fuck?
But yeah, there you go. There you go. Also, the ending artwork in Command is just horrid. I'm checking out a couple.
I'm okay with the artwork, actually.
Are these official artwork pieces that are being
Oh,
dropped in the pod?
yes, these are official. These are what you see in the game, and you're going through the endings. It reminds me of the original game's art books.
Okay.
Yeah, this is true.
Okay.
Sure. The one with Marcus on Fox's arms and Marcus's eyeballs are just bulging out of his head, like God knows what.
It is
possessed him.
terrifying.
I mean, you terrify me on a daily basis, but all right.
Thank
Of
you.
course.
The old Slippy too. What a treat.
He looks like cabbage.
Oh,
You can't not see it now.
All right, I'm gonna have to give me a minute, people. I'll get this image up. The old
It
Slippy
looks
one.
like-
Yeah. Oh dear.
I've been staring at it for the last 10 minutes, just like, why does this fool look like he had a cabbage?
Yeah,
That
old
is
Slippy does not look great. It's he's very veiny.
Oh
It's
my
and this is Slippy like telling his I'm not sure if it's his children at this point or his grandchildren about his glory days of being with Team Star Fox. And the ending pretty much implies that he never talked to anybody ever again. It's just like, oh, I wasn't there for the final mission. Hey Amanda, you want to just retire right now and settle on Aquas and never leave? Okay. And then they do that. They never
Aqua's
leave.
Kermit.
They just like slip. It's just like here's the tales of my glory days. Boy, I sure wish I could talk to them again. Not gonna happen though. It's like fuck. Okay. You wanna have 16 kids? Sure.
Oh God. You're breaking out my old Kermit fetishes here.
That's not. Command is...
Wait, what?
Command is what? No, do not give him more reason to speak. Don't do it.
All
right, viewers, this
fan art of today's episode.
This is your official Tangent Corner, brought to you by somebody who's back.
Somehow it went past Jonno and through Turbo. I'm not quite sure how I did that, but it works. But yeah, Command is a trip. Like, the three endings I mentioned at the beginning, like, I think those are the good endings. And you can kind of merge them together, there's no problem with doing that. But Dash becoming Andros 2.0 is like, I guess. The G0 pilot one's like, alright, well, that's kind of funny, I guess. But Fox being sad being the reason they did that is like, dumb. Cursed is stupid. And then another one is just like, she just leaves and she goes back to Star Wolf. Not Cursed, she just rejoins them. It's like, what's with these endings? And the way it works is even, you're going through the path of the game, you play through for 3 hours, you unlock the first ending, but if you are forced to get that ending first. And I think that's the one, if I'm remembering correctly, I think that's just one where Crystal rejoins the team, but then leaves it again because Fox is being a dick again. And she rejoins Star Wolf, and it's like, okay, so nothing's changed? What?
Right.
But apparently, like, so you could make an argument for that one being canon because that's the one that you were required to get first. But I've also seen apparently there's an argument for the one where everybody rejoins the team and Amanda joins the team being canon, because apparently that's usually the one that people get last because it's the hardest one to get, or it takes the most time to get to it, or something. And that one makes sense. I think that's the most happy of the endings. So I'm fine with that one being the canon one.
One that's not character assassination like 9/10 of these things are.
Yeah.
Like, holy cow.
It's
like Dash becoming Andros 2.0 is like Luke becoming Darth Vader 2.0.
Like, I get the argument of just like, oh, he fell down the same path of his grandfather, you know. There's that trope. It's like, I get it, but I don't think we need to do that. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, that's Game of Thrones penultimate episode kind of BS.
The point of
Dash
it all is either like, make a new Star Fox game, don't make it Lilat Wars. Either ignore Command or just use the good parts of Command. Don't do the bad endings and give us a new original story, please, dear God. I don't care if it's on rails or if it's free flight. Personally, I think it'd be better to be free flight. But if you want to have something, maybe you can turn on a mode. Maybe you can have a choice between free flight and on rails. So if people want one or the other, cool, you got that. Personally, I think free flight is better.
Right.
That's just me.
More like a Rogue Squadron than a classic Star Fox.
And Command is free flight.
Yeah. I was going to say, like parts of Command that I did enjoy were free flight.
Yeah.
And Assault's some of Assault is free flight as well.
And like free flight or not free flight, on rails can work, but the more complicated you make the game and the scenarios and the situation, and if you're adding in all these extra variables, then on rails gets a lot more complicated to do. It works in Kid Icarus Uprising because you are simply going point A to point B. It's not like you have a mission, just going somewhere. But with Star Fox, a lot of times it's shoot down these enemy ships, make it past this blockade, but you gotta take care of all these guys first. You gotta make sure Slippy doesn't get shot off the face of the earth again. I just don't feel like that works as well on rails, to me personally. Because what if you don't get that ship and it just moves you forward? It's like, oh, okay.
Right. I think the format worked for the era, and now that we're out of the era, save the on rails for when we get typing with Star Fox, kind of like the typing House of the Dead or whatever. So.
I mean, and some things are better on rails, like doing a Death Star trench run kind of thing. That's an on rails experience. That's not free flight. But anything that's just like the vast open space, anytime you're trying to do dogfighting, that's gotta be free flight.
Right. And I recall like my time with Command. I mean, my time with Assault versus my time with Zero, and having free flight, Message, and Assault were much more intuitive and interesting than most of Zero's messages. So,
Yeah.
right. Of course, Zero is struggling with what the hell is supposed to do with the game cat half the time. So, there was that as well.
Yeah.
Gosh. Well, I'm looking forward to your game when it comes out next year.
yeah. Let's just get the game dev channel to work on. Oh, right.
Has there still been no update since I've last checked that page?
Oh, no.
Correct. The problem is that with our group that we've discussed, game dev projects, that we don't have enough people who actually have the ability to do anything. We have a bunch of people with ideas and nobody that can actually put them together. We have like one or two people that can actually code.
You guys know, like, I have coding experience too, right?
We have 2 to 3 people that can code.
All right.
And then we have a bunch of people who all want to write the story. And all want their ideas to be the ones that are picked, and if their ideas aren't picked, then they fight over it. That is our group, unfortunately.
Terrifying. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they haven't made a good Star Fox game yet, because
Miyamoto says use my ideas or nothing else. And he's like, let's
Miyamoto's
make
like,
the Lilat Wars again.
Yes.
No.
And they're like, and only toads may appear as the NPCs.
And not even cool toads, they all look the same.
Yeah.
All the gameplay is card-based.
Yep.
And you have to use this thing against the boss, but we won't tell you which thing or where to get it. And if you don't use the thing, then you're not going to win the boss fight because the thing takes away 3/4 of their health and 3 hours of the boss fight.
You pick up Falcon, you just throw him at him.
That's one way to do a barrel roll.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to do get help, Fox.
Too bad.
Too bad. Okay.
I'm on your side, Einstein.
Aha!
There you go. Ah. Okay. That's what Andros is going to say when he comes back for the third time.
Oh. All right. I mean, that's pretty much all I had for Star Fox. I mean, am I shooting high up in the sky for this? Yes.
Little ambitious, sure, but
has
true,
Nintendo shown that they can do anything good? No, so I'm allowed to say what I want.
Exactly. Treat Star Fox like how you did Zelda with Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Give us a good
damn
game.
That way, actually.
Yeah.
You know? How about that? Yeah, precisely. Also, give us multiplayer online that is similar to how Assault did it.
Yes.
Because that was a freaking gem.
Yes, it was. Again, just make improvements to the ground combat. Like, yeah, it was not perfect in Assault, but you can make it better. You don't just throw it away.
Yeah.
In favor of.
To be honest, I never even thought it was that bad to begin with. Like, just improve on it.
I think people's biggest problems with it was that it was just slow.
Mm-hmm.
I just remembered something.
Yeah.
Apparently, there was ground combat in Star Fox 64 as well.
Yeah, the multiplayer.
But the requirements for unlocking it were so heinous, nobody did it. Nobody that I knew had the game ever did. I wish I knew how good it was, but
I heard it was just in the multiplayer.
Yeah. But it's something like getting medals on every single stage and variant, which.
Yeah, no thank you. I would rather play in Block City and Mario Kart 64 for 3 hours. Yeah. I do like some Block City. There's a lot of blocks there, you know. Maybe Pigmas.
They really block things.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I think So that's an excellent idea. I think what we're coming at here is just in this loose discussion. There's an ability. This feels like the final hour to bring Star Fox back from the brink. There's means to do it. It's a great world. Great set of characters to work with. Just write a proper story and deliver a good game.
Yeah.
It's actually not rocket science. Is
It
my
shouldn't be
thing
hard
that
to
I've
do.
learned. Yeah, yeah. With the setting that you have, bring Ubisoft on board if you need to.
Seriously.
Because they had worked with Starlink. Yeah. Or bring Namco back because Assault wasn't that bad. Either way.
Here's an idea.
Yeah.
Make a roguelite Star Fox game. You know, the branching paths and the stories that can change are something that's a hallmark of most Star Fox games. Get secrets to do different things is really interesting. So you make a roguelite one that takes elements from other things like FTL, where there's different ship parts that do different things that can help or hinder your form of success depending on what sort of system you happen to be going through in this run. Characters with different ship types. That would be my idea, is just taking the sort of roguelite shooter idea and making it a 3D shooter made by a AAA studio. I think that would be a fantastic game that would have wonderful replayability. And I don't know, I'd love to see that for Star Fox. If they chose to reinvent it like that.
Another thing I'd be curious
see
about with like the mission-based gameplay is what would a speedrunner do? Are they just going to do just the story missions and go through them as fast as they can, or are they going to try and do some of the side missions to unlock maybe a better vehicle or a better pilot or extra bombs or something? Are they going to go through those routes so that they can use that to now go through the story missions faster? I'd be very curious to see what kind of strategies they would do for this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be the best thing, is since you can't predict what's going to happen through this, through your time playing it, is that you would have to adapt. You would have to be your own space pilot and chart your own course through to figure out the fastest way.
Yeah.
Right. And roguelikes are very popular right now. Got a company like even WB, Supergiant Games, to help make it after Bastion and Hades and whatever. Or whoever made like Enter the Gungeon, that sort of thing. It could easily be a AAA title, or it could be a Cadence of Hyrule level title. And either way, I think it would come across pretty well. So Trevor at the 11th hour with an awesome idea, and all I have is Star Fox Party.
Elaborate, please.
It's better than Command.
So, in the aftermath of Command, this is a sequel, actually.
Is this the G0 route, or?
It's the cursed route. So
the cursed route. Okay.
Yeah. So after Crystal has become cursed and she's debased by Starwolf and Star Fox alike, and becomes a venomous bounty hunter with no allegiance, she traps her son Marcus and his five friends in a game that they must play successfully to escape. There are 9 boards based off of the 9 endings of Star Fox Command.
God.
And together they will travel.
Are you sure this isn't Star Fox crossing in with Saw? That's what this feels like.
They will travel.
First ask, would you like to play a game?
Endings. Yep.
And then we ask like, what games? Like Star Fox Command. Nope. Don't.
The final hour, it's old Slippy who sacrifices himself after not showing up when he was needed to save Fox's family.
Yeah. And he gets shot.
Yeah.
And then in the post-credit cutscene, he's alive again.
He's alive again, and he has decided to become the new Andros.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was saved by Dash merging his DNA with Slippy, and now they are one entity. Slip it dash.
Slip it down.
I was gonna say Dippy, so
Dippy!
that works better.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What the hell? Still better than Command! Fuck.
Nintendo,
Alright.
hire me, please.
Well, I think that about wraps it up on our Star Fox discussion. We all pretty much agree on the main points. No more Andros, no more Lylat Wars. Dear fucking God. Don't do Command ever again. Just don't. As for the next episode, well, Season 3 is beginning. It's going to be our first Smashtopia of the season, and we are going with an idea that Jonno messaged me like halfway through Season 2. It's like, I want to do this character. I'm just like, how? Well,
Yep.
we figured it out.
Oh.
From a game from my childhood. I'm blanking on the name. Oh, Poochie! I was thinking Puppy. It's like, they're not called Puppy. What are you doing?
Dippy?
It's Poochie! From Yoshi's Island. We are making them into a Smash Brothers fighter. I don't know
It's gonna be
how
fun.
this is going to turn out. When I sat down to do this, I was like, oh god, this is going to take some imagining. And it did. Should be interesting to say the least. I know Jonno is really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the therapy that comes afterwards. Ah, man. All right.
The
Well,
dog days of summer are almost over.
Ha.
And with Poochie.
I
is it
think
Puppy?
summer is over, really. Let's think about it.
Yeah.
But that should be... it's an
Yeah.
interesting way to start Smashtopia off for the year. Something wild that we would not have done normally. And I don't think most people tend to consider that character.
Oh,
Fair
but I do.
enough.
And what a time it'll be.
Oh,
It'll be
I look forward to this episode.
you can be our one and only viewer for it.
Oh,
Thanks for
I
joining us,
will.
Trevor. Without you, we wouldn't have had the joys of Dippy. So.
Without you, we wouldn't have the budget to do this season. Thank you for your contributions.
Yes, thank you so
Don't
much.
look at your bank account later.
Okay. I knew I shouldn't have given out my routing number.
You really shouldn't have.
Oh.
I have paid. That's how I paid for the house.
Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
A whole $2.
And on that note,
wouldn't you believe it?
we'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.
And good day.
Not for your bank account, it's not.
Oh no.